Marriage is a beautiful thing, but it comes with its own set of challenges. As with any relationship, there are pros and cons that you need to consider before embarking on a journey or taking that lifelong commitment if they occur. However, a challenging marriage can also bring conflict, disagreement, and differences in belief and value. Sometimes maintaining a romance will be even difficult in a long-term relationship. My name is Duncan, and this is Family Matters. We need to carefully think about marriage. There is a reason why I do talk about marriage. According to the dictionary, marriage is a secret bond between two people who are committed to spend their life together. What can be a wonderful fulfillment experience, it also requires a lot of dedication and commitment. I want you to explore the pros and cons of marriage, the right time to marry, and I have the 5 best good points for you to keep in mind before you say, I do. Marriage is a beautiful union of two people who decide to come together. Marriage will provide you with a lot of support, the companionship, and the sense of security. Marriage vows set boundary on arguments and can motivate couples to work through their differences or their problems when they occur. The commitment on marriage provides a sense of continuity and stability in the family, which is very important for your children if you decide to have them. But like any relationship, marriage also has its challenges. Some include conflict, disagreement, and the differences in personality, in belief and values. You need to have similar values for you to live together, or something is going to go wrong. Some people also find it very difficult to maintain the romance relationship after a long period of marriage because it requires a significant amount of commitment, and this can be very difficult to resolve if one of you is not committed, and this is what leads to divorce. And if it leads to divorce, I'll let you know what divorces are. Divorce is a very messy situation that you don't want to be in. First, it's very disruptive, it's very expensive, it will leave you poor and broken. And when I mean poor and broken, you're going to be poor financially, physically, emotionally. And recovering from this situation is something that not everybody comes through. Before you say yes, you need to think about all these implications and what may come along and make sure you're on the right side. According to the statistic, married people tend to have a better physical and mental health. They enjoy more financial stability and have a sense of purpose and commitment. Marriage provides a sense of foundation for building a family and a sense of community. And you understand that without a community, without a family, there's no community. Without a community, we don't have a country. A research conducted by the New York University Langham Medical Center in January 10, 2018, found that if you married and under the age of 50, you have a 12% chance of reduced risk of cancer. You have a chance to reduce the risk of cardiovascular disease. And this is about being married. Truly speaking, people who are in a stable marriage have better health compared to those who have never been married. But it's not much about being married. It's about being in a good relationship. It's not about being legally or illegally married. It's about being in a good relationship. What married people go through is what nobody tells you. And this is what we're going to find out. Married couples often report feeling happier and more fulfilled in their life, particularly when it comes to sharing expenses and planning for their future. This may sound too good that you decide to get married today, but don't rush before you find out my 5 main point about saying I do. Let's find out. Here's the catch. Marriage being one of the most important decisions a person can make in life, it also requires commitment to spend the rest of your life with somebody. If it's not a decision to take lightly, then when is the right time to take that decision? Here we are. The right time to marry varies from everyone. Some people choose to marry in their 20s, while others wait until they are very old and established in their career. In both circumstances, it's very important to consider their readiness for commitment in financial stability and in your personal goal. You need to know what you're trying to get in. It's also important to consider whether you are ready and if you share similar values with your partner, same goal, and life inspiration. With your mate, you need to have those two things in common. Otherwise, it's not going to be a marriage. You will need to have a good communication about what are your expectations in your marriage, in your relationship. There are several things you should consider before taking the plunge. Men and women today are conflicted over the decision to marry or not to marry, not only due to possible lingering doubt about the prospective mate, but the concern of being enmeshed in the legal implication of the marriage institutions. Marriage is certainly more than a relationship or a personal bond. In many African communities, marriage is often a family matter, not a personal decision. Although there are certificates that are signed in church, more often in our community, there are no contracts signed. And that's where I'm going to draw the line, because we don't reach out to a marriage counselor. Some does, not everybody. Most of the people that I know, and I'm talking about the African diaspora, the African immigrant. You love somebody, you decide to get married, you go to a church, after a few days becomes a problem. Then they ask you, have you signed the marriage contract? No, you don't have that. You don't even know what that is. And that's what I'm asking you. Or think before you get into that step. We need to know. People who are coming into marriage without a marriage contract are setting up a danger before themselves. Do you want to get into marriage? Do you want to get married? Are you planning to get married? You should listen to this. Make sure you sign a contract. It is one of the documents that will help you in case you get into any legal matter. If things goes wrong, this is what is going to happen. You may not expect it, but you never know when that will come. It's very important to know that marriage affects not just you, but your partner that you deciding to be with. For that reason, you need to think better. You need to think about what you're trying to get into. I have prepared 5 points that you should keep in mind before you embark on this journey of marriage. Number 1, marriage is a commitment. It is not just a way to fulfill your physical need or social norm. It involves sharing your life, your dream, and your future with somebody else. Make sure you understand your partner's value and belief. You may share some common interest, expectation. Along the way, you need to know what both of you expect into your marriage. How would you like your children to define you in your golden age? Number 3, don't rush into marriage. Take your time and make sure you already consider whether you're ready to share your space with somebody else, your time with someone else. There are many psychopaths out there, and you need to know who you bring in home with you. Number 4, communication is the key in any relationship, especially in a marriage. Talk about your feelings, your concern, and your challenges, and be willing to listen and empathize. Number 5, your financial compatibility is very important. Discuss your financial goal, your debt, and your asset with your partner. And there are things that you need to put in a contract, and you need to come to an agreement on how you manage your finances as a couple. Don't go with your intuition. Humans are always evolving. Today they look good, tomorrow is a different story. Because if this doesn't work, the rest of your life is a disaster. I'll ask you to consider what is important for you. Find the one who shares same values as you. Sign that contract. Don't rely on churches. I know some people will think, oh yeah, we love each other, we have faith, and our faith will not allow that. But I'm going to tell you that faith is something that goes up and goes down. And when it goes up or down, people react different. If you rely on faith, and if things goes wrong, you have nothing to prove that you came into marriage with the mortgage fully paid or under the process of being paid, or you came with a car that is fully financed, or this is what your bank account looked like when you came into marriage. Am I making a point? Is the contract something very important for you? Before you think of that, make sure you understand and sign that contract. Avoid the temptation of impressing people when you come to all this final decision. You're going to make your marriage. It's going to be good, but avoid the temptation to impress people. After all, invited us to come and witness your union. You did not invite us to come and see how well you can dance, your best intros, or how well you know how to spend. Only if you didn't borrow it from the bank. I will say, save that money for your honeymoon. At least, that'll be better. In summary, marriage is an important decision that you shall approach with careful consideration and thought. By weighing the pros and cons, by developing a strong foundation of trust and communication with your partner, you can increase your chance of finding a good partner and have a good marriage. But wait, do me a favor, share this video with your friend if you found it interesting. And I hope I have a chance to see you one of these days and share with you the experience, the reaction, response that you might have from my message today. And until I get a chance to see you on this side of the world or the other side of the world in some time, maybe in your seminar, maybe in your church, maybe in your community. Till then, I wish you all the best. Thank you.